Greetings, fellow travelers. Welcome to the New Age Reborn in Power campaign. I am your lore master for this journey, MS Arthadian. We have made it to the 19th session of this campaign, and I don't necessarily have any real announcements currently, so... Well, actually, there is one announcement. The podcast is going to be featuring a Marmaduke series, so you can actually get to see that, check that stuff out, and it's going to be featured on actually Matt Waterhouse's channel, Drunk Wordsmith, I believe is his channel. I will be also adding it to the playlist over on YouTube, so you can go check it out there. And that's going to be a really fun series, and it's going to tie into like a lot of deeper aspects. But for now, we're back on to the New Age with our little squad here with Arak, Sai, and Liam. So, baton passes beginning with Arak. Arak, you are live.
Hello.
That's not Arak, that's Liam. But yeah, go ahead, Arak.
It's so empty in here.
Yeah, we're starting to get post Marmaduke 9 withdrawal symptoms. That's why we're not as chipper.
You guys can always listen to it if you want to, or stay out of the loop so that you can be like, oh, what's going on with you, Marmaduke, when he comes back, or if you guys rescue him. Depends on what you choose. But yeah, go ahead.
Well,
baton pass.
Rock's eventually going to know. But anyway, hello everyone. I am Alien Ovan. I play Arak Vantaman in the New Age campaign, Reborn in Power. You can find me on Minds at Alien Ovan. To you, Sai.
I'm Sai. I'm your local internet cryptid, and baton pass to Liam.
No.
Okay, always.
Really in this session, then it's just me and Sai.
I don't want size baton.
You don't want.
I'm the
You want
mixed
Liam.
scales. I'm a little tired. We just got back from camp out, and I was the designated driver.
Nice.
So you are one of the survivors, I see.
Yes.
All right.
Every year.
Well, with that, you all know who I am. I'm MS Arthadian. I'm the lore master here. But we don't have a Dr. Cal. We don't have anyone else. We're just here for
It's
a little bit
so
of
quiet.
preparation. So let us begin our session, shall we? Let me get this show on the road. Let me figure out what song I'm gonna put on for this recap. Let's do this. Not that song, Arak.
What's the song that was used in like every montage back in like the 80s?
Anyways, it's gonna be a montage. Let's I'm gonna mute you guys because yeah, they are muted. Let us begin this recording here for the actual podcast, guys. This one. Last time, in the New Age, Squad 119 had just finished dealing with a corrupted proto when they suddenly heard the monitors viewing the Pod Pit Challenge detailing a disqualification and suspension of the race due to a serious crash. After turning it up and seeing what has happened, they watch as Marmaduke 9 was taken by Hagar, and their pod crashed into the forest trees. Right after seeing this, Liam ran to find Buddy, but he didn't realize how far away the crash would be. Therefore, Sai and Kaiver went to Liam as Kaiver opened a runic rift to the crash site. Once there, Liam began calculating the trajectory of where Buddy would have fallen out of the pod, while Sai tried recovering information from the computer systems. Kaiver went over to the cleanup crew and used a unique-looking arc rune to gain access to the AI in charge of cleanup, to search for Buddy or anything of importance from the crash. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad stayed with Proto to make sure he didn't try to do anything crazy after waking up. Thankfully, he seemed to revert back to his old self. Dr. Cal took this time to contact the Admiral about all that's happening, and Sylvie also finished updating her memory systems. Then, jumping back over to Liam, he found Buddy. But Buddy seemed different and blamed Liam for everything that had happened. And now, he wants to be referred to as 119. Sai was also able to acquire the coordinates in the computer system that they assumed Marmaduke 9 was transported to. And Liam seems to have a connection to this location, where a space station used to be. Once they got back to the other half of the squad, Dr. Cal tried to assist in fixing 119, but a sudden shock came as he attempted to probe and it sent him flying back, nearly killing him, which it almost killed him, but everyone was there to help him, so they gave him a med wave. Then they discussed what they should do, as Dr. Cal also explains that the Admiral is requesting that Squad 119 go to the Thet star system to assist on a mission. Sai expressed that she would contact the Admiral to inform him of their current predicament with Marmaduke gone. Kaiver also chimed in, saying that before moving forward, he'd like to train Sai on a few things first, and then they can decide on their course of action. Plus, he could take Buddy to some allies of his on Vicroniax to see about getting him checked up and fixed. With Team Cal leaving and Arak, Sai, and Liam now with Kaiver Tremir, we begin our session with you all back at your room. So, I have unmuted you all so that you could discuss and roleplay inside the room. Kaiver is there, and he is kind of getting some things prepared for you guys to train Sai, and you are also well, you said that you were going to contact the Admiral. Are you going to do that now, or what do you want to do?
What was that, Liam?
Where do we keep Buddy?
Currently, Buddy is resting on the table
Okay.
in the center of the room.
I want to stay away from that.
You're going to stay away from Buddy?
Yeah. I don't think I'm good for that.
Okay.
You're not equipped to handle the emotional distress right now. Your own emotional distress, I should say.
What
the heck?
what are you guys doing? Kaiver is currently working on his codex right now.
Kaiver code.
So what do we do? We're missing Marm, our pilot, and Buddy's on the fritz.
I heard that. Don't call me Buddy. I am 119.
I thought we had him tied down.
I can still speak, you moron.
Someone's playing with the icon.
Yeah.
That would be me.
He's supposed to be back there.
Now that we're
Tied
back
down.
we're back on Map Tool after a month, actually, because we do
You can
bi-weekly.
shake him up.
But
And I'm not getting any pings. I can't hack Marm's codex to like get its coordinates or its signal at all, could I?
you want to try to figure out the location of Marmaduke's codex, personal codex?
Yeah.
You feel like you could. Upon attempting, though, you don't get anything.
Heard it on airplane mode, the bastard.
He blocked me. I'm blanking. Sorry, I'm so tired. I'm blanking on the names, but I think we have some leads to go to, if I remember correctly.
leads as in like people to meet, or
Or places to go to try.
you have one set of coordinates, the space station, that you
Yeah, the coordinates.
that-
And then we have a planet for buddies thing.
that was Kaiver's whole thing, was that Kaiver was gonna take Buddy to Vicroniax to meet with his allies there to see if they could fix it.
Okay. So, how
But-
are we going to get there?
I mean, I can pilot, but are we? Do you want to leave right now, right away, or?
Probably not. I'd like to look through the ship, or the crash, get my money back. That cheating bastard.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe I can convince them to give me what's left of his ship.
I can hear you swallowing, Liam.
I know. It's
Sorry.
Very
Sorry, it
good
was ice
quality
cream.
microphone. Liam ASMR coming soon.
Yeah. Kaiver is over there in the corner, and you see him finish up whatever he was doing, and then he stands up and walks over. He's like, "So what's the plan?"
Well, I think Liam's gonna be salvaging parts from the crash.
All right, you guys still have your own pod here too, right?
Well, yeah, but he spent a lot of money.
I think we have two.
Okay. Well, I also have a ship too. The offer is still on the table. I can take Buddy with me back to Vicroniax, and then
I'll think about it.
well, I can do it
before
quick.
Either of us leave.
I can do it quick if need be. But the thing is I would like to train Sai first, like give her
Yeah,
a
so
little bit of
I'll give you the answer before we leave, I guess. Like, or we or you leave, like whichever.
All right. Well, just so you know, I have the capability to basically rift over there in a matter of seconds. I don't need to take my
Oh.
ship.
Oh, why do you have a ship?
It's for when I can't rift to certain places, but because the harbor has a rift gate there in Voaro, I could rift there and then just take a transport to Vicroniax. It only
Maybe
takes
he likes the scenic route.
Okay, I guess I get that.
but as for everything else, I know your ally Marmaduke is not here anymore too. I can also see about getting reinforcements over to
He was
whatever
taken
location
from
you
us.
guys are headed to.
Take him from us too soon.
He looks at you, Rock. Yes, taken too soon. I don't think he's dead, though. I mean, from the video, it seemed like he was just being captured.
Well, it's better than being brainwashed, I suppose. Again.
Again. Always again.
And then I know that Dr. Cal had told you guys something else too, right? About your other missions that you had planned.
Yeah, we've got to report back to them on some time frame, which
Do you
not
wanna-
necessarily right now, but
Do you want to do that right now? Because feel free. I mean, I know Core Command
yeah, we
is
should
pretty.
probably contact the
But
general.
we have orders, like, those aren't too pressing, are they? I hope.
Are you gonna?
Yeah,
Are you gonna
We
contact
got-
the general, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, we'll call the general. I'll put him on speakerphone.
Oh God.
All right, you're calling the general or the admiral?
Which one do I need to call?
Well, you've been in contact mainly with the general, but Dr. Cal had said that the admiral wants you guys to go to the star system.
Well, we should probably give the general a heads up about our situation. You know, missing a man.
Gosh.
That might be smart.
Yeah.
I don't like Arthadian's little comment there, though.
Just do what you're gonna do, or sit around and do nothing.
I don't like your comment there. I mean, we're trying to work with them, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Arak, what do you think?
Let's call him.
The shifty ghost in the shadow. It's not scaring us.
Kaiver looks over. Is like, does Marmaduke usually make the plans here?
Well, we're fairly new, and first mission we lost a guy.
This was your first mission?
Not this, the race.
This is Liam's first mission. I played
Wait,
Liam.
you guys were on a mission?
Yeah. Yeah, we saved a town.
I thought that was you guys just
Yeah.
doing whatever.
No,
town.
no,
Minimal casualty.
we were hired.
Oh, okay. So did Marmaduke make all the decisions?
No, Marmaduke made minimal decisions. He was mind controlled.
Kaiver's just like, all right, well, I will be I'll be outside waiting, Sai, if you want to get the call done.
Yeah.
And Kaiver walks outside of the room.
I do think we should inform our bosses that we're down a man.
Oh no, well we gotta inform them that I mean they probably know that there was something going on at the race, but like the exact details that we know of. Especially considering somebody got kidnapped and one of their racers is missing. I honestly I'm surprised that there's not been any investigation on the races, and like who ended up winning the race. Is the race postponed? Is it done?
canceled.
race was canceled, suspended because of what happened.
I think everyone lost today.
And since they since he also he teleported away, like his ship is still here.
His ship is
Or,
not
I say
here.
Ship, I mean
His pod.
Sorry.
His pod was not here.
Oh, I thought they just disappeared without it.
No, the pod. He had teleported Marmaduke into his pod, and then his pod disappeared.
Dang it, I wanted the scrap.
The only remains of
Yeah,
any
it's our
pod
ship.
is your pod. That's it.
Yeah, I still want that because I
and
want
the
to
way
make
you-
up some of my
The
loss.
way that Sai was able to get the coordinates was because of the thruster that Buddy was working on inside the race. She was able to get the actual coordinates that the thruster was going to jump
Yeah.
Marmaduke
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
But are you gonna call?
Yeah, we're calling. I'm calling.
General or Admiral?
General.
General. Okay. So you go to contact General Plutell. And as you do go to do this, let me see, where is it? There it is. Do that. You see the codex. Sigh.
Hello, General. Just giving an update on the situation here. I'm sure you've gotten details from other sources, but doing our
Are you still
due
on
diligence and
the?
giving you.
Are you still on the rental mission?
Yes.
I thought that your last report I had spoken about you guys going to Thet.
Yeah, we're wrapping things up here, sir.
I see. All right. Well, what is your report then?
Well, Marmaduke got kidnapped. I feel like that's the main point here.
I see.
Do you have any access to information on the identities and whereabouts of certain racers? Because that was involved.
Racers. Wait,
yeah.
wait. You remind me. Did you participate in a race on Rento? In which?
Baby.
Yes.
All right. What was the race?
Were we ever given a name of the race?
Pod Pit Challenge. That's the name.
I thought that was just look. That's messing around. Okay.
Yeah.
The Pod Pit Challenge.
The pod. He's like, all right. And then you hear him say, "Operative, pull up all the information on the recent Pod Pit Challenge on Mento. CC, what was it? CC 328. And he looks at you, he's like, with Marmaduke gone, that is your pilot, correct?
Yep.
And you have no other pilot?
Oh, I can
mean-
pilot.
Well, I can fly pretty good.
Right.
I
So,
will try to fly.
what is stopping you from going to Thet currently?
Oh, we were updating you on the situation here. This is unrelated to us making our way to Fett. So Proto was
When Marmaduke was taken, was he taken along with the bow?
Yes.
I'd like you guys to roll me a lore check.
Lore.
Everyone,
Oh,
roll
yeah.
me a lore check.
And
Sai, are you ready to finally click your own macro buttons?
yeah.
Yeah, 26.
do I have lore?
Everyone
Probably
has lore. Come on. You have lore.
The
No,
skill.
because
lore.
no, I don't, because I don't have any special anything on it, so that's just an int check.
Okay, well,
Hold on, maybe I'll copy it over. I'll do the
Oscar
thing.
back here making a bunch of noise.
Do-do-do-do,
Oscar's
do-do-do.
plotting to usurp you.
Oh yeah. I don't know if he wants to be in my place right now. Sai, you remember before
No?
the actual pod pit challenge, you recall that every racer was to get rid of their weapons
Oh no.
and put it stashed away inside their station before going out and racing. And you specifically recall seeing Marmaduke set down the hyper trick bow and put it into a lockbox inside the station.
Okay, no, the bow wasn't taken with the race.
I see. So, you still have it in your possession.
Did we ever go back and pick it up from the lockbox? Because they could have stolen it from the lockbox.
No, you did not grab it from the lockbox, but it would be still in that station, and the day is not over yet. Like, so it could still be there if you go back.
Marm, you want to go? Marm, Arak, you want to go pick that up?
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks, Arak.
Rock, you're gonna go and pick that up.
He picks it up.
Ye-
He goes to the table, right?
You have to go back. You guys are currently at your own room, but you have to go back to the actual racing like headquarters, which
In the
would require you going
what's what?
to which would require you going back to the racing area, getting a transport there. But if you're leaving Iraq, as you exit out of the room, you see Kaiver sitting there, and he's like, "Is everything all right?"
Yeah. I just need to pick something up.
Pick something up. What do you need to pick up?
A device.
Okay. Do you need assistance? He looks at you and he's like, "Why are you being vague?"
Rock pauses for a moment and then says, I'm being vague because I just forgot what I'm supposed to get. I'm embarrassed.
Oh, okay, you're supposed to pick up a device. Do you want to go back in there and ask Sai? Or,
Yeah.
okay, go
And
ahead
he
and...
turns around.
He
goes back
turns-
in the room.
You guys see
What
Arak
was I
walk
supposed to
back
pick up
in.
again? What was I supposed to pick up again?
Everything that Arak put in his lockbox before going on the race.
Everything a Marmaduke put in his lockbox.
God damn it, my brain is.
That is very impressive. You got reverse completely both ways.
I over course corrected.
All right.
Everything Arak,
Yeah, everything Marmaduke.
everything Marm put in the lockbox.
Rock, you hear this. Everything Marm put inside the lockbox. You're trying to remember what lockbox Sai is talking about.
The race lockbox.
Okay. Mama Vantanen goes off and
Mama Vantanen.
Lockbox.
You go out. It's like, do you know what you're looking for now?
Yeah.
Do you need help?
Let's find Mama Duke's. Yeah.
He nods and then walks.
Find
ahead.
Marmaduke's what?
Marmaduke stuff from his lockbox.
At the race?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot to grab. Okay, here, and he pulls out a rune, and then you see a portal open up. Let's go.
Cool.
And
And then he walks through the portal.
you walk through the portal, and it takes you back to the station that you were at, and you see everything is still there. no one has come inside as of yet, and you go over to the lockbox area where Marmaduke's stuff was at, and you see that it is locked currently. What do you do, Arak?
I guess he tries to open it to try and retrieve the items.
You go to try to you grab onto it to open it up. It does not budge.
Does it need a key?
It looks like it needs some kind of code.
How many buttons are there?
There are a total of 4.
He presses one of the buttons.
You press one of the buttons, and it just goes.
I don't know what his number is.
Kaiver looks over. He's like, "Let me see. Is it a? What's one of these? I'm not the best at this, but I will give it a shot." You see him trying to fiddle his way through the actual, like, kind of prying out the buttons and then checking on the systems and seeing if he could figure out how to unlock it. Meanwhile, the general's still on call with you, Sai, and Liam.
Well, as soon as Arak leaves, Liam just looks at the portal as it goes. It's like, it's probably a security risk.
The portal's outside of the room completely.
Yeah, but being able to do that, that's what he's referring to.
Oh, yeah.
The people who tend to be able to do that ability are.
Is there anything
working for
else
us,
you need
it's
to
fine.
report to me? Or are you gonna just talk over the fact that I'm here,
No,
yeah,
we're
you're here.
literally just updating you on on where we're going. That's all this was.
Alright, so are you going to go and retrieve Marmaduke first, or are you going to go to the Thet system as that is your next mission?
How vital is the tech?
Thet, you mean?
Yes.
It's a pretty important mission.
It is a very crucial mission, as there is an issue regarding counter command and the potential that, well, the Daimo Cortex, these Cortexian informants, are working with counter command, and if they are working with counter command, that means that, well, these people who have been circumventing core command, the entire alliance altogether, and have been subjugating species other than Nugonian, they're going to have a lot more military might if they partner with counter command, and then also can then manipulate them through probing their minds. So,
Probably
the
should
Thet
go there
system,
first.
the Thet system is a crucial stronghold in which we must maintain. Especially because it is where our main Redicon battalion works. And Sai, I'd like you
Yep.
to roll me another lore check real quick.
Yay.
25.
25.
5 of 20.
A 5 of 20, a 25. Not 5 of 20. Jeez, 5 of 20 is 100. What are you talking about? Even better. Sai. He says that this is the main Redicon stronghold, like the main Redicon battalion of Core Command. You remember Voknor saying that he was joining Core Command. Back, well, several cycles ago. That was about, like, say 3 cycles ago. But he says, if you truly need Marmaduke to assist you, then I suppose we can figure out a way to recover him for you. If you have any leads on where he might be or any coordinates we can investigate for you, we can definitely
We have
do
some
so.
coordinates for you.
Good. Well, I can see about... Well, actually, probably not me. You'll have to contact the Admiral, or if you'd like for me to contact the Admiral, I can do so. But it would look
We were calling the Admiral next, so...
Yes, it would look better on you if you were to report to him directly as well. And let him know that I approve of any troops being sent there if he requires more reinforcements. But if you can go to that system and report to the commander there. I believe his... Let me check your mission details real quick. I'm looking on my own codex right now. Yes, Commander Drokev. He has a squadron there and a good battalion, and they have been going to there is I believe a specific location you can go there. Fagerhelm is their main command HQ. That is where you'll be meeting them. But if you can do so within the next week, it would be much appreciated, for I don't believe we have more than a week.
Got it.
Good. Well, if that is all, I must be getting back to my own work. Thank you, Squad 119, for your service. And you see, it turns off. Arak. Arak, you see Kaiver is working on stuff, and you're like kind of going do, and he's just like, Arak, can you maybe let me focus here?
Sorry, I just like the jingles. I don't know where they come from. But...
I think they come from your head, but okay. And you see, he continues to work on this. He's like, this is very stressful, and he like wipes some sweat off of his forehead, and then it opens up. Okay, I think I got it. And you see he opens it up.
Let's decide. What does Arak see?
What Arak sees is the hypertrick bow along with the quiver in here.
It's the nuke bow.
That is what you needed to get?
Yeah, I think it's very important.
Okay.
And
And then
Arak tries to grab onto it, hoping there's no security devices to blow up in his face.
you go and grab onto it. As you grab onto it, you see the bow turns into a little rod, and you just hold onto it, and then you grab onto the quiver as well. As
Neat.
they're connected to each other. And you see Kaiver's like, all right, if that's everything, you see him pull out another rune, and he does the same thing again, opens up a portal. And then he hops on through.
Was the hyper trick bow and quiver the only thing in the locker?
As you look inside of it, yes, it was the only thing.
Okay, then no dust to collect. Arok goes into the portal again.
All right, you go through the portal and you return back right outside of the room. And Kaiver then looks to you, is like, all right, can you see if Sai is done inside there, or if they're done inside there? As
Okay.
you return back, Sai, are you calling the Admiral?
Yes, I am.
All right, you find the Admiral's link within the mission codex, mission archives of Directive 140, and then you go and press onto it. You have not spoken to the Admiral yet, so this is gonna be your first time.
Who's a higher rank, the admiral or general?
They're the same ranking, technically. It's just the general is the general of the ground troops. The Admiral is the general, is basically like the leader of an entire fleet. But as the Admiral, as you go to call the Admiral, it hello. To whom am I speaking? I believe it seems as though you are connected to Squad 119. Am I
Yep,
correct?
this is Sifra from 119.
Sifra. I believe you're Sifra or Sai?
Sai works better.
Sai. Pleasure to meet you, Sai. Is Liam there?
Liam is indeed here. You are on speakerphone.
Oh, well, hello, Liam.
Hello, how are you?
You know you have to let people know if people are on speaker.
Is that a rock in there as well?
Yeah.
And where's Marmaduke?
Kidnapped.
He was taken from us too soon.
He's not dead.
Oh god. He's just like, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. How are you, Liam? How are you doing?
Things could be better.
Oh, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. How is crafting going? Sai, he seems to be very, very like wanting to talk to Liam.
I'll let him talk to Liam.
Well, got a little road bump, but things are going good. Kind of sad that the pod kind of crashed. That ruined a lot of it.
Pod crashed. Oh yes, you were.
Yeah, we were racing.
You had a pod.
And,
you were a
Marmaduke
part of the
got
pod.
teleported out.
Okay, yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So you're calling for what purpose? Did is it because of Dr. Cal? Did Dr. Cal come to see you?
Oh yeah, he was here. He tried. He wanted some notes from my work, but not sure if he got what he wanted.
I see. Interesting.
I don't know if I should be talking about that.
Okay, well, if that is the case, it is no issue. It is no issue. But you're calling because Marmaduke is gone. Do you need assistance?
We would
I look
like
at that as
assistance
like,
in that.
maybe.
That is one of the things we're calling about. We would like assistance in that endeavor. I'll send you over all the information that we had before. We also know that you're having trouble again with more mind control folk.
Yes, the informants. I did let Dr. Cal know that, like, to inform you all about well, we need assistance on the system of Thet, specifically Thet itself, the command colony, CC5102. Do you believe that you could help assist in this, or do you need Marmaduke for this?
I believe it would be better, more efficient if we had Marmaduke on the team for this, but we don't know the exact time frame or how
Yes, unfortunately.
bad the situation is.
Well, the thing is that it's very delicate currently. We need we need to find out if there is well, we have scouts that apparently a Cortexian informant was reported being seen going into a counter-command base, and we need to confirm these reports and take out the informant. And the thing is that in order to do so, we require a squadron that isn't necessarily tied to core command, so that it's easier for them to potentially go in and maybe blend in better, so to speak. Then again, I need to, if this is the case, we will need to make sure that you are well prepared to do in essence, spy espionage type mission. I know, Sai, I'm not sure if you're able to do so. I know Iraq, being a Reticon, might be difficult to get in there, since, well, the Reticon platoon they're going to be causing a distraction. The plan is to cause a distraction, but have a squadron go in and while the distraction is happening, with a battle taking place between us and Counter Command, you guys will go in and see if you could find a Cortexian informant and then take care of them. The pay is well, though, a grand total of 9,000 volts if you are able to complete it and take out the informant.
Nice.
But if you need Marmaduke for this, if you could send the coordinates over to me, if you have coordinates for where he might be, I can see about how long it might take to acquire him. Just send it over to me, and then within the mark, I'll contact you back.
I hope he's
I'll-
on the way.
I'll send him the coordinates and the details of the individual we believe was involved in taking him.
Mm-hmm. All right, you send those coordinates, and then he looks at them. He's like, "All right, I will give this to my one of my operatives, and then see what is the best course of action." But thank you for informing me about this predicament that you are all in. I hope you are all fine. And Liam, please do take care of yourself. I do wish to meet you all. Perhaps maybe I don't want to make matters worse on Thet, but perhaps after Thet we can all meet.
Could I do some sort of insight on what's his deal with Liam?
Thank you, sir.
You want to roll an analyze check?
Yes, please.
Of course.
You have a good one too. Liam's eating it up.
I rolled a 2. Total 17.
Okay. he seems intrigued. He seemed intrigued by by Liam's crafting ability. You also recall that Dr. Cal specifically said that he was sent on a mission to go to Liam to acquire the Hypertrick bow blueprints.
All right.
Iconic Minecraft stream. All right. Well, with that being said, the Admiral looks at you each and says, "All right. Well, if that is all, I will get in contact with you later. Well, actually, probably tomorrow morning. Well, your morning will be my evening time. About to let you know whether or not we can send maybe a fighter squadron over to retrieve Marmaduke 9.
Good morn, after, evening, night, Admiral.
Thank you, Arak. I appreciate that.
Rock smiles.
Till next
You have a
time.
good one, and hopefully it's not as dire.
Every mark for me is dire, Liam. But hopefully yours is not as bad as mine. Farewell.
Oofta.
So,
Well, he's always nice.
Have you spoken to him before?
No.
I think once, didn't I?
no.
Good. I could have sworn it must have been you're using the same voice thing with a different character.
Wow, can't have a million voices for.
He does a lot better than me.
No, you guys have not
Not even sure
talked
I do a
to the
good
Admiral.
rock voice.
Well, he seems nice.
So, what is the plan?
Well, I should probably scavenge what's left of the ship.
All right.
Rock gives the Hypertrick bow and quiver to Liam.
Oh yeah, I probably should keep that safe.
Liam,
That is only a stick.
you take the Hypertrick bow and quiver. And as you do, you feel something come into you, almost like you can store it.
I'm gonna let that take over and see what happens.
Suddenly, you guys see Liam grabs onto it, looks at it, twitches for a second, and as he twitches, you see the Hypertrick bow and quiver disappear.
Concerning.
That's a neat trick. I didn't know I could do that.
Flashbacks to the uncontrolled magnetism.
Flashback to Marmaduke being, basically, like his entire body completely dematerializing. It looked like that.
Gross.
To Yusai, it actually looked similar to even Dr. Cal being teleported.
Huh.
But yeah. Kaiver is still waiting outside. He didn't come in with a rock.
Rock eventually remembers. Oh, I think the guy wants you, Sai.
The guy wants me.
I think. My
The
memory is
guy.
good today.
The guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go out and check.
All right, you stand up and you head out. Head out of the room. As you head out of the room, you see Kaiver is waiting there, and he looks over. It's like, "Oh, are you ready?"
Sure.
Sweet. Well then, and you see he pulls out another rune, and then, you see a rift open up. Shall we?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Adventure time.
Adventure time. As you head out, you Liam and Arak. Liam, you need to go over to gather the scraps.
Yep.
In order to do that, you need to go take a transport over there.
All right, where's the closest one?
The closest one is about. It's not too far. It's about a
Oh,
10
before I
minute.
go. So, Rock, what are you up to?
Not much.
You wanna help me out?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Yeah. It's about a 10-minute walk. You guys can head over to the transport, but before you leave, you hear, "Wait."
I
You-
always stop for buddies.
I think that was buddy. You want to see what he wants?
Okay.
Arak, you head back in. Where are you going?
Going to pick up ship parts, I think.
From the crash.
Yeah.
What do you need
I'd
them
ask
for?
if you want to come with. I don't know. I didn't ask.
The one, Liam. What does he
Yeah.
need them for?
I'll ask. And then he turns around and goes to Liam. But he wants to know why he wants to get the stuff.
If he was the real one, he would know.
Rock then turns around, goes back into the other room. He says, "You would know."
I would know.
Yeah.
He really wants them.
Rock isn't sure how to answer because he doesn't know. But it's also,
He can't have them.
okay, we're here. And then he turns around, goes back into the other room. But he says you can't have them.
And I think that's our time to go. Let's go.
Okay.
And Rock turns around, and goes back into the other room.
Arak goes into the other
We're
room.
gonna go now.
Okay.
We're gonna
It's
go.
a fool's errand. He won't find them.
Okay. Then he turns around, goes back out,
He
and then
Liam's walking away. Like he's
says
not
he's
there.
Then I guess he just continues on.
All right. You continue on and follow Liam.
Doot, doot, doot.
As you follow him over to the transport, you guys are waiting in line for the transport, and you catch up to Liam. Liam, you see you feel Orak approach your backside.
Hey, big guy. So what did he want?
He just said you won't find it. I don't know what that is, but
I think I have an idea of what he thinks I'm searching for, but
wish I knew.
I'm just there to grab what we can. I don't like anything in particular.
He nods.
As you get up to the front of the line, you hear you see the guy's like, next, and it is a Rentonite Prime, and he looks at you. He's like, oh, where are you headed?
To the I forget the race name. The Pod Challenge race. Stadium.
You do realize that it has been suspended, right?
I am aware. I was part of one of the contestants.
You need to go to there to report in for.
Yeah, see what's up. If I can get a refund or take through my crash ship.
Your ship was the one that crashed?
Yes.
All right. Well, I can send you to the help center over there. But I'll send you to the help center there. Okay. But the transport fee is 45 volts.
Wish I could have that refund. Okay, I have that much. It's not much, but I have that much.
Yeah. So, as you guys are getting that situated, on to Sai. Sai. As you you see you enter through the rift takes you through, and then suddenly you appear inside through what looks like a large gateway as it opens up, and you see beside you are Plasmatic Knights standing there. And they look over towards you, and they bow their heads to you and bow their heads to Kaiver. As you begin to walk through this area, it is really large. Everything is it's ordained and unique, and it vibrates with an electric frequency that you can sense on a deep, mystical level. And as you go over to what looks like this large area that opens up onto this platform, the platform begins to lift you up multiple levels, and Kaiver looks at you. He's like, have you ever been to a Ren Tower before?
Have I?
You have, actually, as I think it was as Nis and Sifra.
Is this the tower that we were snooping around in?
No, that was on the harbor, which Kaiver has mentioned that tower before, that there was, but this it looks very similar. You're not exactly sure which tower this is. And as the lift stops, you see
I have been before, but not
this
just
one.
the public areas. Yeah.
Well, welcome to I probably shouldn't actually tell you exactly where this is at, just for confidential reasons.
Okay.
And you see he begins to walk down a large hallway, and in this hallway you see the screens that like show themselves as you're walking past them, and you see behind them are dojos, and there's plasmatic knights training with whips and their own armor. As you see some of them are using armor that then creates vortexes that allow them to like hover above the ground. And as you continue on, you see Kaiver go up to a panel, and then he places his hand on it and then scans his eye, and then a door opens up into one of these dojos. As you enter inside, the door shuts closed, and he looks over at you. He's like, all right, this is our personal dojo. Well, my personal dojo where I train, and well, I suppose let's begin your training, shall we?
All right.
How familiar are you with the plasmatic arts?
I'm very out of practice, but I had some basic training growing up.
Well, plasmatic knight training is a bit different than that of what mages do. So, allow me to see what you can do. Your ion link.
All right.
Go ahead and roll me your ion link power form.
Is that the one thing I didn't plug in?
Of course.
No. No. Gotta do math. I need this. Okay.
Oh no, now Sai has to perform the ironic power form for forgetting the one thing.
It would be D12 plus the link plus anything
Plus,
else. Or...
it would require your will. Or
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hey.
25. Ooh. You focus your energy as you then activate your ion link as you see your forearms begin to show the mystical tattoo that emits, and then electric shocks begin to shock through to your up to your fingers, down your forearm, and around your chest. And as this happens, you see he's like, good. So you have a natural affinity to be able to manifest this link. That is good to see. When it comes to the plasmatic arts, there is one specific thing that you must know. When the power form that we utilizes spark energy to its fullest potential. To use this energy, you must be able to connect it to multiple areas. It is how we are able to use the rifts, the rift gate. The spark allows for technology to thrive as well, which is why we are so advanced as a culture, a civilization. The first plasmatic knight being Emperor Zon. And, well, with his order, he created the Plasmatic Knights, which now is an extraplanar civilization. with that energy that you are harnessing currently, there is a specific type of feat that you can harness in order to connect that energy to multiple locations at once. It is what we call a charged current. And it goes something like this. And he walks up to a wall. And you see him just... It looks like he puts the tips of his fingers to the wall, kind of like he's trying to grasp onto a ball. But then as soon as he does this, you see him like put his palm out. And as soon as he puts his palm out, you can see a funnel of energy kind of extends out of his hand and just connects directly to the wall. And then he takes about he takes about 20 feet, like 20 steps back. And then he looks at it and he says, "That right there is a charged current. You can do this onto any type of surface, and as long as there's a charged current on it, you can control its shock value to like a minimum extent. So if I were to do this, and he goes up to your shoulder, and he does the same exact movement, and then you see him, he puts something on you, and it's almost like he tags you. And as he tags you with this charged current, do you feel that right there? And you don't necessarily feel it, but you know it's there. And he just looks at you and is like, I'm sure you probably you feel it, or do you not?
It's weird. I'm aware, but it's not precise.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Because that's there, I have a connection to you now. I can specifically target you with specific abilities because that charge current is there. I can also target that location right there that I put on the wall as he looks over towards it. Now, if I were to really think hard enough on your charge current, I could do this. And you see him focus, and all of a sudden, you lose 5 points of stamina. And you feel a shock to your system. Side dies.
I am not a sickly Victorian child.
Yeah, yeah, so you take 5 points of stamina. And he says, did you feel that now?
Yes, most definitely.
Good. Well, that is because with the charged current, you can actually focus the energy to make it so that you can damage them. Not necessarily damage them fully unless you get to a level that is, well, masterful, I would say. There's a specific ability in which we Plasmatic Knights try to master. I'm still working on it, but it allows you to fully access charge currents and also access your plasmatic capabilities in a very deepened state. And as he says this, actually, can you give me another water bottle, please? Sorry, Oscar came up and just messed with the water bottle here. But as he says this, is like, now I would like you to try to do this. It's almost as if you're taking a bit of your energy and you're placing it in a specific spot. You can even do it on me if you want to test it out. Feel free.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather not try something new on a living person. So I
Don't
will
don't
try it
worry
on-
about me. I can take it. Okay, if it's spark energy, I can take
know
it.
you are capable. Still don't want to.
Okay. Well, then let's try it on the wall. And what do you do, Sai?
I will attempt it on the wall.
All right, you go and attempt to do the exact same motion as he did. I'd like you to roll me your ion link check again.
$20.
Hey, nice. You put your fingers there and you go to try to emit the energy, and you've had practice with this when it comes to the weapon link, and you emit a bit of energy. As you do so, you take you take 4 points to your energy, and you feel yourself you are able to actually leave a current there, you feel like there's something there, and the further you can take a few steps back, and as you take a few steps back, I'd like you to roll me a discipline will check now.
Discipline will.
Discipline
21.
will. Oh yeah. You take about the same amount of paces back as Kaiver, and you can still feel it there. You feel it there, and Kaiver is like, "Did you do it? Do you feel it?"
Yeah, I feel it.
Good. And you see he smiles at you. It's like, "Oh, how many could you do? You think?"
I don't know when I start tapping the wall.
Okay, you go to the other side of the wall and you go to do the same thing. I'd like you to roll me another magic link check.
22.
Again, you do the same exact thing. This one takes only 2 points of your energy. As you feel it stay there and you take steps back, I'd like you to roll me another discipline will check.
28.
Even better. Now you can feel both sides of it. And he says, "Good, you have 2 out. For someone who hasn't done a charge card before, this seems pretty easy for you."
I summon up my weapon link
Okay, you.
and let it disperse.
Okay.
I'm like it.
What do you mean by disperse? Like, are you going to throw it at them, or what are you going to do?
No, I summon it and then I like let go of that, and it's a very similar connection. Like it's like a step to the left. It's not a whole
And
new premise to me.
he smiles and is like, I see. Well, if that is the case, I would like to show you another. Maybe, would you want to do a little bit of a harder one, or something that is just a step up?
Let's just take some steps.
Just steps, okay. Well, there's a skill that you can learn, which is kind of like a static shock. It's an ability to paralyze someone. I would like you to do it on me. Place the charge current on me. For now, let's get rid of the other charge currents. Just cease focusing on
New
them.
things, not yeah.
Yeah.
I let them disperse.
You let them disperse. As they disperse, you go to place the charge current on him. And I'd like you to roll me a moduling check. Again.
25.
You're able to do so. It gets placed onto his shoulder. He's like, all right, now with this skill, I would like you to focus on letting the charged current enter into into me. It will be easier for you because my spark affinity is so it's inside me that you could access it. When it comes to any other person, when you're doing this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try to focus in on their spark energy. Every single core being has spark energy inside them, whether it be a little bit or a lot of it. You will want to focus on that. And what you're going to do is you're going to paralyze them. You're not going to really be able to paralyze me fully, but I will be able to feel when you are able to do this successfully. Because you're not like, the reason why you're not going to be able to paralyze me is because I technically am immune to any kind of spark energy coming at me, for reasons that is another story altogether. But you can definitely do this, and a person who has a low affinity in spark energy will be easier to paralyze than a person who can really hold on to this. But also someone who really can't, they struggle physically. It's a paralysis technique. So, using the charge current, I'd like you to try this at least. I would like you to roll me your margin link again.
23.
And as you do this and you focus in on this, 23 yeah, easy. You're able to do this, but you do take 15 points of stamina as you attempt this. As it shocks through, and you see he's like, yes, you're definitely doing it. I can feel the tingling within my body. Wow, you're a quick learner. And he looks at you. He's like, "Are you sure you don't?"
I have the energy to do that again.
Well, we'll take the steps, but once you feel comfortable enough, we could probably I could teach you a very powerful ability that we as Plasmatic Knights are capable of doing. Which is a way to actually moderate and focus on your energy as well as stamina within your body and be able to work around it. And as he says this, he looks at you as like, now you're able to do that. You're able to charge current and static shock someone, paralyze them, if you so choose. Now, the most prominent ability that we as Plasmatic Knights utilize is known as the Plasma Arc. And he looks over towards the charge current that he had placed. And he says, the Plasma Arc is the unleashing of your spark energy out into the physical world, much like this. And you see he looks at it, looks at the charge. Well, actually, he doesn't even look at the charge current. He just puts his hand out, and you see him shoot out a bolt of lightning straight out towards the charge current, and it connects to it. And then it's almost like a witch bolt from D&D. And it connects directly to it, and then you see the arc of lightning goes straight for your shoulder, And as it goes straight for your shoulder, you see him put his hand out and snap his finger, and then you see the charge current that was on your shoulder dissipates, and the lightning bolt goes wide away from you. And then he says, the plasma arc will go straight to any charge current you have out. You can also, if you get good enough with it, you can also place charge currents on a location that you designate the arc to go to. So if you're aiming at, let's say, an enemy and you shoot out towards them, you can then and you hit them directly, you can then charge current with them without having to go up and touch them.
Ooh.
Yes. Do you think that you will have the energy to be able to try this ability?
If it's any more intense than the last one, I think I might just pass out.
I see. All right. Well, then let's take a rest for now, and then we will continue in a little bit. All right. Here, let's go to the mess hall to eat something. Get your energy replenished, shall we?
Sounds good.
And you guys head out. Meanwhile, returning back to Arak and Liam,
Hello.
you guys are on the transport vessel. Would you guys like to roleplay while you're here?
I guess.
Everything is quiet currently. You guys are just like,
He's like, okay, and I don't want to interrupt him. Because it sounded like he was about to say something. You know?
Everyone's sitting down, right? So
everyone. It's almost like a sky bus, like you're on a bus transit kind of thing.
Rock will probably be on his codex, looking at something.
All right.
Do you? Well, Liam breaks the silence. Do you think we'll fix Buddy?
Rock turns to Liam and says, "Yeah."
Are you just saying that, or do you actually believe that?
I believe that.
Rock, I'd like you to roll me a discipline will check.
There it is. Display. Will.
19.
Dreaded 19.
Oh, okay. Rock, as you look at him and you see Liam's concern on his face, you see a dark shadow kind of looking over his shoulder, and the eyes blinking and smiling. And it's like,
It's our friend.
Rock furrows his brow.
Your friend is in great sorrow, Rock. Very great sorrow. He is broken inside without his buddy.
I'll find his buddy somewhere.
Liam.
I was about to say, is
Rock.
Liam hear that?
Rock says, "I'll find his buddy somewhere."
Are you okay there, Rock?
Rock, you see he looks at you like you see Liam is mouthing words, but you can't hear anything. It's almost like everything is darkened around you. Your peripherals are darkening, and you see he's like,
Oh, you're funny. You're funny. You're funny.
and you see he goes over to Liam's other shoulder, and he looks at you. He's like,
Yes, soon, Rock. Soon you will understand what is coming.
and then everything goes back to normal, and you see
Stop
Liam.
spoiling everything.
Rock, I'm waving hand in front of his face. Rock.
What did you say, Rock?
Yeah.
What did you say?
He said, as it dissipates, he says, "Stop spoiling everything."
I'm sorry.
How loud do you say this, Rock?
I guess he's just shouting it.
Okay, you shout it. Everyone inside the transport. Everyone inside the transport like looks over and like freaks out.
Someone who was talking about a movie really climbs up.
They all look over. It's like, hey, keep it down back there. You hear the pilot say.
Okay.
You okay there? You kind of blanked out.
Just facing some demons, I suppose.
Well. Okay. Well,
Like how sad you are.
I. Okay. Should we? How do we solve that?
I don't know. Maybe a Nogonian has to touch me or something. Just like Marmaduke.
You want to get probed?
I mean, maybe.
Suddenly, the transport. Pod pit station.
Well, and anyway, here's our stop. Let's get going.
Pod pit station.
Yeah. Gets up and heads out of it.
All right. All right. The help center is right in front of you over there. You see the help center that is actually behind the big group that you guys actually went to before. When Dr. Cow had teleported and all that fun stuff. When you guys were getting all the information. You hadn't noticed the actual center there, but you go up. The building's like not too big. As you enter into it, the doors slide open, and you see what looks like another Rentonite standing behind the desk, and he has long hair that goes down to around his torso area. The hair is blonde and kind of like a dirty blonde, and he looks up at you both, and he has green eyes, and as he looks up, Rock, I'd like you to roll me another discipline will check.
Here goes.
You made a mistake coming with me.
21 this time.
Okay, this time, looking at this guy's eyes, it reminds you of that darkened figure from when you were working that one day and you had the big metal slab that you were going to use to whack someone, but his eyes just remind you of that. It doesn't really do much to you. But as you approach him, he says, "Can I help you?"
Rock has a big hacking concern.
So I was I was part of the pit crew of one of the contestants.
And what contestants might that be?
Marmaduke and Liam, which is me.
Marmaduke and Liam. You see him go and check his stuff. He's like, "You are part of the crew that got disqualified."
E- I guess. I'm not sure why we're disqualified, considering that we didn't do anything.
Oh no, you were the one that was um the Hagar. Hagar is the one that got disqualified. You were the one that got a ship crash.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. What would you like for me to do for you?
I'd like to go and retrieve the what's left of the pod.
My apologies, but there is nothing left of the pod.
I'm sure I could find something to salvage out of it.
I apologize, but all of the parts went missing about an hour ago.
What do you mean by missing?
The crates in which they were being stored in, they're all empty. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe that's what Buddy was talking about.
Yeah, I didn't really take him all that seriously.
Rock looks Liam dead in the eyes. He knows.
You think he knows where it is?
He knows the parts were gone. And he knew it beforehand. Which means he knows.
I don't know what you're talking about, but is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, sir. Wait, oh, yeah, sorry, sir. No, thanks for the help. I think we can figure out from here.
Okay, well, my apologies for your predicament in the pod pit challenge. Let me check something real quick, and you see him looking through. Even though his voice sounds like he's just not in the mood for this, he still seems to be like polite.
I mean, yeah, he's doing his job. I'm glad, at least.
He checks through. It's like, oh yes, since you were the your team was the victim in the circumstances that caused the challenge to be suspended and everything, and your ship was poorly damaged and beyond repair. Though your parts, we were to make sure that they stayed with us in case you came to recover them. We can provide you with a voucher.
What would the voucher be?
The voucher would be a 2,000 volt voucher for any materials that you need to acquire from within Rento.
Okay, rental. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say no to it, and I'm very appreciative.
Yes, let me see. Let me get that out for you. And you see it prints out something, and he takes it, hands it over. He's like, "Here you are."
Thank you. I grabbed the voucher.
I wish you luck on your endeavors.
Thank you, sir.
Farewell.
Well, yeah, we better get going. Figure what's up.
You head out.
Yeah, well, unless the Rock wants to do something.
Rock is interested in returning to the ship.
Okay. So you guys go back to the transport stop.
Yeah, and as we do leave, Liam says, I think we should completely disable Buddy. Like, get him out of, make sure he doesn't get into any of the systems or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what he said?
Yeah.
As you guys get back to the transport area to wait, we're gonna hop back over to Sai, who is done at the mess hall because I don't feel like doing the whole mess hall situation. But you're back. You're back inside your training dojo.
Back in the room.
Back in the training montage. As you are there, you recover back your stamina. All your stamina is recovered.
Woo.
As well as you can roll your level dice plus your level, to recover energy. What level are you?
Level 7.
Level 7. You are a rank 3 racial rank, I believe. So that is a D8 plus 7.
$14.
And that's how much energy you recover back.
I am topped off.
Nice. He says, do you think that you are ready to attempt an ability?
Yeah.
All right. With this, your Ion Link, you need to really access as much energy as you can through it to shoot it out and aim it correctly with this plasma arc. So focus yourself and begin to harness your own energy.
All right.
Sai, I would like you first to roll me your Ion Link power form.
30.
Oh.
Maxed out.
Hey. Well then. Okay. That was pretty good to start. As you do so, you begin to harness it. Right off the bat, you feel it. You feel the focus coming through. You do, however, take 11 points to your energy. What's your energy at
Okay.
after this?
My energy is at 63 then.
Okay. Let's hope you don't tap out before you're able to really master this thing, because this is an ability training.
Yep.
So as you harness this, you feel it. It's like good. Now the thing is that in order to really understand fully how the plasma arc works, you need to harness enough energy to unleash as much as possible. Your full extent. This is going to take your full capacity to do this. Now, hold on to that, and as you're holding it on, it's almost like you're charging your own battery with this. But it's also depleting out energy at the same time. Hold on to it, and continue to pull from your reserves. I'd like you to roll me another moduling.
Only at 21.
Okay, you're good. You're picking up there. We'll see how this goes, though. You said you have 60 something. How much do you have?
63 currently.
63 current. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hi. Okay. You take 32 points to your energy.
Ooh.
As
Okay, 32?
Yeah, 32. You feel it. You just feel your reserves are starting to eat at you. And as this happens, it's like, okay, I'm now, before we jump to the next part, I need you to breathe, to focus yourself, to focus on your physical body and putting it into your mystical energy. I need you to just, in essence, strain your own physical stamina to provide back into your own energy. This might be difficult to do, but just attempt to do so before you go on to your next challenge. Okay. And he says, breathe, and you see him. He like does this breathing exercise with you, and I would like you to now roll me a discipline will check.
Also a 21.
21. Okay. Hey, okay. Now as you're doing this, you breathe in and out. What's your stamina at?
Because of taking a sit down and rest, it should be at 48.
It wasn't that much. God damn it. You take 14 points to your stamina, but you recover 14 points to your energy.
Okay. Stamina, 14. Okay.
As this occurs, I'd like you to roll me one more margin link check.
24.
Hey. Okay, let's see if you can handle this. I just feel like I'm missing a D12. All right, Sai. How much energy do you have?
45.
25 or 45?
40.
Oh, 45. Oh. You charge up, and then you see just sparks of energy, and you fall unconscious. You are at 0 energy. As this happens, I would like you to roll me a discipline will check.
24.
Okay. Sigh. As you fall unconscious, you see a cloud of mist beginning to come forward before you. As it comes forward, you see stepping up through the mist is a figure. coming straight through. And as they come straight through, you see them stop. You see their silhouette. And you can't see any features on them. What do you do?
I turn and look at them, and is there anything familiar about them at all?
You look at them. Roll me a perception check.
25.
There are parts of them that are familiar to you. It's almost as if you have seen them before. Like it's really hard to tell because there's no actual features to them except for their silhouette shape. Their shape reminds you of actually, let me roll something real quick. Their shape reminds you of Voknor. Oscar forgot to change the camera. Voknor and a rock.
Huh?
That's what their shape reminds you of. Kind of like a Redicon figure.
Hello?
You say hello.
Yeah.
As you say hello, you see the darkness in front of you, or like it begins to shine with this bright light shining, and it begins to cover the mist around you. And as it covers the mist, you notice on the other side of this area, and you look back, you see another figure that stands there, and it is a Redicon as well. But this one you can see clearly with features. They have orange skin. They seem to have some robes on, and they also have a runic strap with runes attached to it. And they just stand there staring at you. What do you do, Sai?
I am tired of weird dream figures staring at me.
You look around.
I will.
Oh, what do you do? Sorry.
I'll walk towards them.
Which one? The silhouette figure that reminds you of Arak and Voknor, or the one that is clearly present, or it seems present?
Let's go with Arak and Faknor.
Okay. You begin to head down that way. As you head in that direction, you reach the silhouette, and as the silhouette comes up to you, it fades away, and you see beyond it is a white door that extends out, glowing. The white light that you saw from before.
I'll open the door.
The door is open. It is.
Oh, the door's open.
Yeah, the door is open. It is about 30 feet away from you.
I'll look through the door.
You can't see anything beyond it. But as you do approach it, you begin to see these visions beginning to almost materialize. Like a code materializing. And as they materialize, you begin to see yourself along with your brother, your Nis's brother, who is older, and Sifra's mother, coming together and shaking hands. You see Squad 119 being commended at a huge ceremony on Vicronix. Shaking hands with a senator. Actually shaking hands with TL. And you remember TL. You see you're shaking hands with him and he nods to you, almost as if this is exactly what needed to happen. You're seeing these visions come up as you are approaching the door, almost as if it's enticing you to take this route because this is what will happen if you do. Do you look back at any point?
Yeah.
You look back. As you look back, it's almost as if you're covered in darkness. The light is shining past you. You can still see the Redicon back there. That is in the light. And it's just standing there, waiting.
There's multiple doors. I want to see the multiple doors.
There are no multiple doors. It looks like there's no other door except for this one, or this one that is shining in front of you.
I mean, if there's only one way forward, I guess I'm going one way forward.
So you want to go through the door, or you want to go back to see what that Redicon is, or who they are?
I want to see what the Redicon is.
Okay, so you were like about to step through that door there, but then you turn around and begin to walk back over there. As you begin to walk back over there, you walk up to them and you can see them just standing there. What do you do?
Hello?
They don't respond to you.
They're just kind of still, like a statue.
You can see them.
Or are they reacting to me being here?
They're staring at you. When you walk around them, you see their eyes actually focus on you. And as their eyes kind of like stay on you, walking around, you can see them breathing, like they are here, physically here. Is there anything else you wanted to try to do?
Nah, they're not reacting to me. I'll start walking away.
All right, you begin to walk away, walking back to that space. And as you walk up to the door, we are going to go back over to Arak and Liam for a moment. Arak and Liam, as you guys get a transport back, returning back to where the room where Buddy is at, you guys go inside, and upon entering inside, Arak, I would like you to roll me a disciplinary check.
Here we go again. As he walks down that alleyway.
I just feel it coming.
Okay. Arak. You step inside, and as you step inside, you suddenly get this sense like you like everything expands out and then contracts in. And as it does so, you feel this urge that there's something bigger happening currently. Like Eve Moore is connected to a lot of different things right now, and it's starting to groan on you and affect you. Affecting you emotionally, affecting you spiritually. There is a battle raging. And you feel it more right now than you felt in a while. You don't know exactly what is going on, but there is something deeper happening. Liam,
Do you feel it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you say something, Rock?
Something's happening.
I think a lot of things are happening.
Rock, sort of thinking back to Eve Moore, and gets this feeling like he needs to return, possibly,
Mm-hmm.
if only to get some advice.
Mm-hmm.
But he is still rather concerned about what's going on in the immediate surroundings, it seems.
Yeah. Liam, you could looking at Arak, you can tell that there's something up with him, like he's concerned about something.
Yeah, I don't think it takes much to figure out.
No.
Do you need a do you need to sit down? What's wrong?
I think I need to talk to an elder.
Where can I find one of those?
Not here.
I kind of figured.
Rock rushes over to where 119 Buddy is.
Okay. You go over there and you see him still there. He looks up at you and is like, "Let me guess, you didn't find it."
No. But what I want to know is how you know.
Liam, are you following?
Yeah, I'm kind of peeking around the corner now.
How I know is that, well, I needed it.
You or someone else.
Me.
Rock is very sus of this
Mhm.
potentially imposter.
Do you have a
Hey.
problem?
Yes. And then he turns around outside to Liam.
Liam, I would like you to roll me a discipline check
have-
now.
And make sure I'm at discipline. I hope that's good enough.
Liam, you suddenly feel something kind of open up in your head. A connection, or maybe like a connection to something that you've connected to before or had a connection to before. It feels like Sai.
I'm sorry, Rock. Just a second. I'm gonna metaphorically reach out to that.
You reach out to it and you suddenly see these visions as if it is Sai with what looks like a Kron figure shaking her hand, but you are also there behind her and smiling as there is a huge crowd out before you. You're on some kind of stage. There's some kind of ceremony going on. You're not exactly sure what is going on fully, but it's almost as if you're being commemorated for something. You also notice this what looks like a darker skin complexion of a prime with robes on, and he is shaking hands with Sai's mother. And
Is that
as
something I'm getting out of this, or because I don't think I would know?
you're not understanding what this is, but it looks
Okay,
like
okay.
it looks like memories or visions. But as this is happening, Arak, you come up to you're up to him. What are you doing? What are you doing, Liam? As you just got these.
I think Sai is up to something.
I think the thing is up to something too.
Are you talking about? And Liam kind of nudges, like head nudges towards the door where Buddy is.
Mm-hmm. He nods.
Yeah, I think he shouldn't have any access to anything on the ship.
With that, we're gonna hop over to Sai real quick and then finish up this session. Sai, you go through the door.
The body is a spa.
I mean, if that's the only spot left, yeah, I'll go through the door.
You don't want to try to fully interact with that Redicon, like push him, shove him, touch him.
I'm satisfied with the level of interaction I had already.
Okay. As you go up walking through the door, you wake up and you find yourself laying down in a bed, and you're connected to a plug, and you see next to you is Kaiver. And you see he's sleeping currently. Next to your bed.
I'll let him sleep.
All right. As you let him sleep, you suddenly see a spirit, the spirit of Trek, appear next to you.
Trek.
I couldn't see what happened to you. Your spirit faded.
Yeah, I was practicing and passed out there.
You're not just passed out, your entire soul was stripped from your body.
You know what? That is not the first time that's happened, which is almost a little more concerning.
Do you recall what just happened to you? Did you see anything?
Yeah, there were two figures. Behind one figure was a door, and they were retcon, and through the door looked like a possibility of the future. Like if everything went well, that's what the future would be. And the other figure was just kind of there, like I walked around them.
Can you describe them for me?
No, not really.
There was a little bit of a description there, if you want it.
Sure.
It was an orange reticon with robes and a runic strap across their shoulder, and they had runes on them.
There was a reticon with robes, and they were orange, and they were runic.
And he looks at you like, I have never met any reticon like that, but maybe your friend might have.
Maybe.
Don't strain yourself so much. You need more control.
Yeah, it was going a little too fast there. Agreed.
Yes. Yes. Well, maybe you should wake him up. And I think your training is done.
Things aren't quite in that much of a rush.
Well, hopefully your dream meant something. You said good visions, right?
Yeah.
That's good. I guess maybe it is a sign of a good energy flowing through the core. Let's hope.
And with that, we will end the session there.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah.
Visions and falling unconscious.
Visions
At
and-
least Sai's having a fun time, right?
Oh, and Sai, you now have the feats the feat and skill, the feat charge current and the skill static shock. You haven't fully mastered plasma arc yet, but you were really close to doing it. Had I not rolled that high on it, you would have gotten it.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, you have those now. You don't need to spend CP for it, and they're rank 1. And yeah, so you can now charge current people and paralyze them too once you charge current them. But with that, thank you all for listening, watching, tuning in for this 19th entry of the New Age. And hopefully Marmaduke comes back sooner rather than later, but there is some stuff. Go ahead and go check out his channel for that at Drunk Wordsmith. There is actually an area on my YouTube channel in which you can actually go straight to it. And also I'll also make sure to add a playlist to my channel using the videos that we make through there. And yeah, go ahead and check that out. Check out the podcast as well. And if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.